Now, what you saw in this module and what's typical for React Native apps is that you have to style a lot on your own. The button is a rare exception, the built-in button I mean, which automatically gives you some base styling and even adjusts itself to the underlying platform. But other than that, you really have to style everything on your own, be that a text input, be that this output, be that the text here, or custom buttons. You'll have to do a lot of manual styling and component creation in React Native, because React Native only gives you these raw primitives to work with, only the view, the text, and so on, and you have to adjust them to your requirements and to the look and feel you want to achieve. Now, React Native also actually has an active community, and there some nice third-party packages have been created, which are essentially collections of pre-built components that sometimes even change their look depending on the platform they're running on, sometimes not, but which always give you some pre-styled components you can use. And therefore, you might want to look into those if you're building an app in cases where you want to avoid setting up all these styles on your own, where you don't have your own strict corporate identity or your own detailed look, which you need to fine-tune in every detail. In such cases, attached you find a link to this document from the Expo docs, where you find some examples of popular third-party UI kits, UI component libraries, which you can add to your React Native project, which also work in React Native projects created with Expo, to easily get pre-built components you can, well, drop into your project. On the pages of these projects, you also see previews of how this would look like, which style these pre-built components have, and how they work. And you can always dive into the docs of these packages to explore which components they, for example, give you, and whether that's something that might be interesting to you or not. So checking out these UI kits can be worth it, because that can give you certain elements like pre-built buttons, pre-built text fields, and whatever it is that look and feel the way you want your app to look and feel, and which then of course saves you the time of building these components on your own. Because what you do then is simply you add this library to your project, you install it, and of course you always find installation instructions on these pages as well. So you install such a library into your project, and then all you have to do is you in the end just import the components you need into your component files and start using them. So that's really simple. That's a nice alternative to building everything on your own. And it of course depends on what you need in your app. But such kits exist, and therefore having a look is definitely worth it.